in all my glory. I don't know how many people out there are movie buffs, but I'm a movie buff. So maybe some of you out there would understand what I'm about to do. From my last video, I had a character named Barbara come into my. I was talking about MGTOW, basically a MGTOW discussion about uh, how women's expectations are unrealistic. This character's name is Barbara. It came into my comment section heckling me and basically reinforced my position and frankly kind of made women look bad at the same time. But anyway, aside from all of that, I'm coming to get you, Barbara. I'm coming to get you. Maybe some of you will know that. That's an old movie. That was a black and white movie originally. Well, today I'm kind of feeling bothered. Bothered by life. Bothered by people. People are, you know, really this video right here is more or less more about how I'm feeling right now. What do you do when you've lost all desire for anything and everything? The only thing you want to do is just, you don't really even know. I mean, I've been thinking about this quite a bit the past week, and like, what do I want to do with myself? I know what I do not want to do. I know I do not want to, be some CEO of a corporation. I don't need to own my own business. I don't need to prove myself to anyone or anything. I don't, you know, it's, I don't, and I refuse to kiss anyone's tail, rear end, just to get along or whatever. That's not me either. But the thing is, I mean, what do you do when you lose desire? Your desire for uh, life. Where am I from? Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm from really all over the place. I was born in Atlanta, Georgia. I was born in Atlanta, Georgia, and graduated out of Detroit, Michigan, South Detroit. Um, Lived in Florida, lived in Tennessee, lived all over the place. So I mean, anyway, what do you do when you lose your desires for? No, I'm not. Am I? Is that a question? Am I African American? No, I am not. I don't understand what you're trying to say. What do you do when you lose your desires for life? You know, uh, I don't even know what to do with myself. I don't know what I would possibly want to do with myself. I mean, only thing I really want to do is be free, and I don't feel free in this country, in the land of the free. Everywhere I turn around, I'm being taxed to death. You work yourself to death, and then next thing, as soon as you get paid, your money's gone. Um, Thanks, brother. I'm glad you're here watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Thank you. It's nothing but love over here. I'm kind of in a mood, okay? I'm kind of agitated with life a little bit. There's nothing wrong. I mean, overall, I'm good. Like, I'm okay. And I'm trying to make it to where I can do. I want it to work for me. I don't want to work for somebody else to make them rich. That doesn't make sense to me. I want it to benefit me. Um, What's up? What's up? I'm sorry, I'm stopping for a moment to read comments because I want to engage with these people, what have you. That's all I know anymore. I used to, when I was younger, I mean, I wanted to do this, I wanted to do that. I wanted to be an artist, I wanted to be a musician, which I made it to the semi-pro level, by the way. I was almost at the pro musician level, but didn't quite make it there. And I've been in quite a few bands afterwards. I can play music and make money. As you know, there's cheat codes to life, okay? And I'm learning these cheat codes in my older years. It means for anyone. I mean, for pennies, for peanuts. It just doesn't make sense. I want whatever I do. If I'm having to use my own time and energy to do work, it should be to benefit me, right? Whether I win or lose. Otherwise, I'm just making someone else money. I'm willing to take the risk. No risk, no reward whatsoever. You have to take risk in order to potentially get the reward from it. There's no other way. And I'm thinking, I want to go all out on YouTube. I mean, I'm done with art. I want to be totally free to go here, to go there, to do this, to camp. I love camping. But it doesn't make sense to do artwork anymore. I have nowhere to store it. And I've lost inspiration for doing art. The things I used to love, I've lost inspiration for. Like music, I still enjoy playing, but I just don't have the passion for it like I used to. People are really aggravating me lately, and I don't even know. I try to be nice to everyone, like common respect for other people. That's just, unless I will give respect to another person until they give me a reason not to respect them, and that's just the way I treat anyone. And that's just the way I feel that it should be. But people, when they have their mind made up that they don't like you, they just don't like you. You know how to build a monster machine? That's cool. If you're talking about like a monster truck type thing, go ahead and elaborate what you're talking about. I know how to make a monster machine. I'm kind of interested what you're talking about there. I don't know, man. Like I was saying, for those that didn't hear me in the startup of the video, you know, I was doing a MGTOW related video on women, about, you know, women's expectations are unrealistic, and I had this character named Barbara come in my comments and yapping about this and that, basically heckling me, right? And all she did was reinforce my position and make women look bad. And it's the exact same. That's the reason why, if you go back and look at the live video with Barbara and that whole thing, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. It's that kind of argumentative attitude. That's exactly what I don't want. And women all are like that. They want to pick a fight. It's like no one is getting along with each other anymore. I think it has a lot to do with the internet. Am I wrong or something? I don't know. But, I mean, if you come, everyone's welcome here to my channel. I just want to say this. Now, if you're just here to heckle me, I'm going to boot you. I don't care. I mean, I only have 171 subscribers, right? Or 172 subscribers now. If you're just coming into my little channel just to bug me, I mean, you can go somewhere else and bug somebody else. I don't have time for that. You know, I'm not going to waste my time getting worked up over dumb stuff. My time's too precious. All right, I have things to do, like trying to make videos and content or whatever. Okay, I had a little bit of a frustrating day today. But I do know a couple things. It's getting hotter here in the south. I'm in southwest Georgia. And I've been kind of considering heading north to the Appalachian Mountains. For the summer. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I mean, it's cooler up there. It may be hot in the daytime, but it cools off at nighttime. When it gets hot down here, it is hot all night and you can't sleep, and it is absolutely miserable. And I'm not going to be miserable. And I have to have my sleep in order to be functionable, to function. I don't know. Maybe this is just another one of these rants I'm having right now. It's just everything's getting to me, man. I don't even know what I'm doing here with myself. I know I don't like roofing. Okay, I'll never do roofing in the summertime again. I'll tell you that one. Things like that. But I just don't know what I want. I don't want anything to do with this world. Everything is... I just don't feel free in the land of the free. I should feel more free. When they are... Okay, the powers that be here have made it illegal to be homeless and made it illegal to live in your car. I'm sorry, but that's unconstitutional. I don't care who you are or what you say. You have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And everyone's pursuit of happiness is different. It is not the same. Okay? You may... Who says that we're all supposed to live the same and feed the machine? That's because that's what we're doing. We're not... Going to work used to benefit people, right? Going to work, you could actually have a middle class. Houses are like $500,000 now, and it's not even worth $500,000. Tell me, where's the incentive to work your butt off to try to possibly obtain the American dream? I know what my vision is. I do have a kind of a plan. It just takes some money to get there, and I don't have that money. No, this is not my first live. This is not my first live video. I'm not here to impress anybody. I'm not here to whatever. You know, I'm not trying to... This is more or less more like a documentary, okay, of me. I'm not trying to be a podcast, right? I tried to explain this in one of my videos. Maybe I didn't get around to it, but my live videos are going to be different than my actual videos. And then my actual videos are going to be different than my short videos. So the three different, all of my videos are going to be different. My live videos are going to be what I'm basically kind of doing. My camping, my adventures, okay, that sort of thing. My live videos are going to be more or less me just talking about what's going on in my head. You know, my short videos are going to be more or less just for entertainment purposes. You know, why do you ask if this is my first live video? I'm just kind of curious at this point. Who is this? Sergio. What's up, Sergio? Then they're going to hell is they bully? Then they're going to hell is they bully? Is that a statement? Yeah, well, I'm not exactly sure what you're trying to say with that. I'm not one to judge who's going to heaven or hell. Okay, there's only one judge. He is a just God, and I hope we all get there. I don't wish anyone to go to hell. I mean, by no means. That is a horrible place to go to. I hope we all make it. That's all. I hope we all make it. I pray for those that, you know, that need it. But I'm getting sidetracked a little bit. I'm just frustrated. I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I'm just doing, you know. And I'm tired of the rat race. The government has turned us into from cattle, right, into workhorses. And what do they do to workhorses that can no longer perform work? They shoot them, or at least they used to, at least. I don't think we're meant to live this way. Okay, I really believe it in my heart. This is only a modern thing that is turned into. I mean, yeah, we had to work before, all in the past and history and this and that, but it was nothing like this. Today's workforce is like people are having to work 2 jobs. I was having a conversation with a fellow coworker, and he's talking about working 3 jobs, 3 full-time jobs. He would get no sleep. It just doesn't make sense. He's saying he can handle it. Okay, well, I mean, I cringe at the fact of having to work 2 jobs. I shouldn't have to work 2 jobs in order to live or exist. I shouldn't have to pay money to exist on this planet. Okay, I'm tired of it. I should make some money money shouldn't even be a thing. Why are we we are chasing fiat dollars that are worth nothing. Do you people know how insane that is? It is insane. It's insanity at its finest. And then we go buy things with worthless money, and we feel like we're successful or something, that we have achieved something. The money's not even backed by gold. I guarantee you Fort Knox is empty. And I'm getting way off the beaten path here, but I'm just saying in general, everything seems to be upside down. You know, everything's too high. Everything costs way too much. I mean, gas is one thing, but things at the grocery store is way too high. You paying, and then utilities, electric, rent, food's, you know, taxes. It's too much. It's too much for everybody. I think we'd have to agree. And where's the line? Who's going to draw the line and say we've had enough? You know. Okay, let me give it my shot here. Hi, can you say my name? Nope, I sure can't. Alana. I'm going to give it my best shot though. Alana J. I guess. I'm just taking my best guess. Why are we having to pay money to exist? I mean, you know, let alone, aside from all of that, right? We forget. We Americans have a short-term memory here. We tend to forget that Americans fought and died to free us of taxation, only for us to end up having to pay taxes, and not only just pay taxes, but be taxed to death and be taxed when we die. We have death taxes. How? And that gets passed on to your family members. And on and on and on it goes. And you know what? They keep getting away with it because everybody says, well, that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. We need to pay for roads. We need to pay for, you know, we need to pay for colleges and roads or whatever, infrastructure. No, we don't. And you know who we're paying? We're paying for Ukraine's infrastructure. We're paying for other countries' infrastructure. That's what we're paying. We're paying for stuff that we don't even know about. We're paying for black budget projects. I mean, who knows what they're doing with that? Cloning and any illegal stuff? We'll never know. We will never know. I guess I'm just frustrated with life. I'm frustrated with people. I'm frustrated with the lack of decency. People don't seem to have any sort of common human decency anymore. You know, no common respect anymore. People just don't care anymore. How can we not be in the end times right now? It's father against son, and mother against daughter, and brother against brother. Then you'll know the times are near. I say it's in Matthew. Well, it's true. We're here. I firmly believe AI is the death, absolute death of art and music, hands down. And tell me I'm wrong. It's like the AI renaissance is going to take out the original renaissance, which basically anybody can be an artist now. You don't have to have any talent whatsoever. You can just know how to push a few buttons, and boom, you got masterpieces of music and art. What's the point? It takes the talent away. It devalues the art when anybody can do it. The whole point, the reason why it makes money is because not everybody can do it. It takes talent to do these things. And it kills my artistic spirit. Maybe that's the issue. And it really eats at me, the fact I lost my entire life's artwork. But, I guess that's what happens when life keeps kicking you down, and whatever, when you sacrifice everything for your ungrateful children. Yeah, I said it. Ungrateful children that don't appreciate you. Children are ungrateful. People are ungrateful. People are just rude. I mean, there's no social interaction anymore. The 90s was way better than it is in 2026. You had to have social skills. And there was no way around it. Social skills were very important. And now, no one seems to have any social skills. No one seems to have any common sense. I mean, I don't know anymore. I just don't know anymore. I just know that when it's time for a change, when it's time for you to move on from a situation, you will know when it's time to move on from a situation, because things will get more difficult and more difficult and more difficult for a reason. It's because it's pushing you out somewhere. It's pushing you into something new, into something different. I welcome that. I mean, I embrace it. I just, I still don't have a clue whether regardless. I mean, I just know that I'm good. I have recovered from my Arizona catastrophe. Thank you, Lord. I am here. I'm grateful for the people I do have in my life. You guys are awesome. I'm just aggravated. Life is aggravating me. Everything is aggravating me. And I shouldn't be aggravated like this. And really, nothing is wrong. That's the crazy part. Like, I don't really generally have a problem or issue. I don't have a... I'm grateful, because I should be in a lot worse situation. If I were to have gotten stuck in Arizona a few months back, it's in my videos. If you want to go back and watch them. But if I were to got stuck in Flagstaff through the wintertime, without my car, I would have been dead. I would have died in Flagstaff, Arizona, for sure. I saw a video, this past winter, they had a lot of snow. They had blizzard-like conditions with 1.5 to 2 feet of snow on the ground. It was snowing like it does in Michigan. Yeah, I wouldn't have made it. I would have been toast. I've been frozen somewhere off in the field somewhere. But God made a way. I made it back. Here I am. I recovered. I'm good. And overall, I mean, things are good. I'm just frustrated with life and money and people and you know, everything. I've had enough. You know, in other words, I've had enough. I've had enough pressure. I've had enough stress. I've had more stress than I known what to do with. I'm tired of being stressed out. It's time for me to enjoy life. And that's what I fully intend to do. I want to enjoy my life. I want to have adventure. I want to have stories to tell. And if I have to be completely different than everybody else to achieve this, then so be it. If I have to suffer with, you know, bare bones money, you know, or bare minimum things in order to achieve the adventure and story part of my story, you know, then so be it. I will rather suffer a little bit with less money than and have adventure. I want to hike the Appalachian Trail. That's a hard feat right there, but that, you know, only a little over 3,000 people have completed the entire trail from Springer Mountain, Georgia to Catahayden, it's hard for me to say, in Maine. It's about a 3,200 mile hike. I've only hiked about 2 miles of it up around Cades Cove. But yeah, I would like to hike that thing and have my name put in the book of accomplishments. You know, I'm one of the few that accomplished the trail. I'd like to do the PCT over on the West Coast. That'd be a good one. There's no way I'd do the Continental Divide trail. There is no trail on the Continental Divide. If anybody wanting to do the Continental Divide, the people I see are riding bicycles. And there's no water anywhere for miles, for probably many states. I wouldn't do it. In other words, I would not do the Continental Trail thing. Those guys are crazy for that. I mean, but I want to catch a trout. I want to catch a bass I could be proud of and cook them right over a fresh campfire. Likewise with the trout. I'd like to catch a fresh salmon right out the water and cook them up over a campfire. Simple things. I want to live life. I want to do things that, you know, I just want to do things. I want to do things. I used to want to go skydiving. I don't want to go skydiving anymore. I don't mind heights too much. So how's everybody else doing out there? Is everybody else enjoying their life? You enjoying your job? You're enjoying whatever? Because over the past 15, 16 years, for me, has been anything but easy. It has been incredibly difficult, stressful, and all I want is time to breathe again, you know, to have a sense of calmness. I care about my peace more than anything. I care about my peace of mind, and no one's going to disturb that again, regardless. I don't care if you don't like me. If you pop on here and you don't like me, that's fine. I don't care. I have been not liked my whole life, and I would not be much of an artist or a musician if I cared so much that people don't like me. I would have quit being a musician, okay, if it bothered me that much. I don't care. Your opinion about not liking me does not matter to me. You're entitled to like or dislike whoever you choose, and that's just the way life is. I probably don't like you that much if I knew you. And who knows, I might know you and don't like you. So But to come on my channel, and if you know me and you're coming on my channel posing as somebody else, trying to, cause riffraff or stir the pot or whatever you're trying to do, I don't think that's a good idea at all. I will blast you, full blast, and I'll make a spectacle out of you at the same time. So, you want to be mad, go be mad. But just don't bring that nonsense into my channel. I mean, here it's about adventure and my documentary of me being me and living life. And it so happens that things got disrupted right when they got started. I was actually on a personal vacation of sorts. And when I basically got started in Arizona, and I was there for 2 weeks, and my car dies. I really didn't even get much of a 2-week vacation, and it could have went a lot longer than that. I could have probably gone 6 months easy, probably a year. But it's all good. Things happen for a reason. Here I am, and you know what? It even actually worked out better, because now I have a better vehicle than my last vehicle. It's more suitable for the kind of thing I want to do anyway, so it's even a better thing that how things worked out, even though it was kind of like not all that great what happened. It ended up working out in my favor. And again, I couldn't have done it without the help of some good godly people, and that's all I'm going to say. And I'm forever grateful for those people in my life. Pulled me out from being frozen to death in Flagstaff, Arizona. A person can only take so much, really. And I think everybody's reaching the breaking point. I think everybody's had enough. And where do we draw the line? Where do we as a people come together and say, enough is enough? Things have got to change. I don't know what would take that. I mean, best I figure, when the food costs too much to buy and people can't get their groceries, I imagine that's what's going to cause rioting. And that's basically the straw that breaks the camel's back, is when people can't afford food. Otherwise, people are just going to keep doing what they're doing as long as their money keeps spending like the money should have collapsed already. I don't even know how our money's even spending. It's monopoly money. It's worthless. I guarantee you there's no gold in Fort Knox right now. And they don't want to open up Fort Knox simply because of that. Because our dollar would immediately crash to zero. It's already worthless. And I think we're reaching that breaking point of them instituting a new currency, a CBDC, across the board, which is not a good thing. I mean, it sounds good, right? But it's not a good thing. They can track you. Say, if you buy too much of something, if you're a prepper and you buy too much of something, they can cut you off. Oh, you had enough of this for the month. That's communism. That's what they do in China. Oh, you had too much of this. No more for you. No more for you. We cut you off. That's coming here. And they can see what you're buying, where you're buying. No more. Oh, and by the way, yeah, especially those people who work cash under the table, those jobs are going to be gone. You can't do with a CBDC, there's not going to be any more cash. So what is one to do, right? I mean, I guess these hustle culture and side gig work is not going to be a thing when they issue the CBDC. How can you do that? Any type of gig work, you can't. I don't see, unless it's like what do you call it? That PayPal or whatever it is. and they can and say, I can send you money through a Cash App. That's what it is, Cash App. If they can somehow send you money like with the CBDC right to your wallet like Cash App operates, I mean, maybe some that gig work could be a possibility. Or tips, you know, say if you're doing DoorDash, right, and you're getting tips, how are you supposed to get that tip? Oh, well, I guess they just put it all into DoorDash as the tip now. I just think it's not a good thing. Cash is king, cash is freedom, cash is untrackable, and I like being untrackable. I don't want the government knowing every little thing I do when I do it, you know? They already know what car I had in high school. They know what all my cars that I've had through my entire lifetime. They know what car, make, and model, what year, and everything. I had them and everything. They have all the they got information now. They don't need more information. Less information. I'm for smaller government, not big government. And where we're going is big government. 1984 on steroids. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just making this live video because I'm frustrated today. I've had this thought in my head for the past week. What do I want to do with myself, with life? I know what I don't want to do. But I can't answer the question. That's the problem. I cannot answer the question. Other, I want to be as free as I possibly can be. And I know that much. I want to be as free as I possibly can be. I don't know what type of work I want to do per se. I mean, my old forte was I was a certified pest control operator for like 8 years out of 12. And I didn't like the work wasn't bad. It was people. It was the company politics and customers were the main issue that caused the issue with me. It's not the actual work. And that I tend to find that to be the problem with most jobs anyway. It's not the actual work, right? It's the people, the customers, or the you know, your job, your company's politics, wherever that may be. Life shouldn't be. I think we make life way more complicated than it needs to be. I think we overcomplicate life, and life isn't meant to be this complicated for anybody. We shouldn't be having to. It shouldn't feel like I'm having to fight through every day of my existence in survival mode, or what have you. And then in turn, you're trying to be a good person. You're trying to do the right thing for the right reasons, and you still get beat down. You still get beat down by people you don't even know. You get beat down. Life is already hard enough, and you got people making your life even harder, just because they think it's funny, or because they are not happy with their own life. Whatever. I'm content with my life. I'm just frustrated with life because there's nowhere else to go, right? There's nowhere else to go. This is the land of the free, and there's nowhere else to go to be free in this world. Ronald Reagan said it best. I mean, if we lose freedom here, there's nowhere else to go. Then we lose freedom. There's nowhere else to go. And he's right. Where are you going to go? You're going to go to Mexico? You're going to go to Canada? You're going to go to Alaska? Good luck. Okay, Alaska is the last great frontier. That's a nomad's survivalist paradise. It's supposed to be. It's not my idea of a survivalist thing. It's too much snow. It's not the right climate. Okay, If it was more in the hills of Tennessee, I could do good. This is more or less a rant. Again, I'm just kind of rambling on here about what's bothering me, because I have no one to talk to and no one cares. Everyone's fake. Everyone acts like they care, but they really don't, right? It really seems like people act like they care, but when it comes down to it, everyone has a limit of their kindness. Everyone has a limit. Me, I try not to have a limit, because that's not how Jesus doesn't put a limit on how much you should care for another person, how much you should forgive another person. He says to forgive others 70 times 7. Okay, that's a lot of times. But it really tries your spirit when when certain people try you and try you and try you, and you are trying to do all you can to keep your spirit humble, calm, and receptive, and understanding, and realizing that, okay, this person is probably having a bad day, and just kind of taking it out on me over here, or whatever. Well, if that's the case, I mean, I'm sorry you're having a bad day, but there's no need to be taking just because you're upset, you should not take that out on someone else. Just because you're not happy with your life, you shouldn't make everyone else's life miserable, because there's a ripple effect, and everyone you make miserable is going to come back to you. That's just part of it. But from the studies I have done, I'm constantly trying to learn new things, okay? And I've been studying near-death experiences for the past like 3 years or so, and it has intrigued me so much, because I've learned quite a bit. And there is some probably there's a few stories out there that are not all that solid, let's say, but most of them are solid. Most of them are true stories, in my opinion, because you find repetitive commonalities, okay? And I like the ones with Jesus, the ones that encounter Jesus. I like the ones that have the hell experience and then Jesus experience, the both sides. But what I've learned is, I mean, what you do to others, you ultimately you hurt yourself. You're hurting yourself by hurting others. And then not only that, and when you get a life review, and in that life review, you're going to see, you're going to not just see, you're going to feel how you made other people feel. And not just that, you're going to get to experience it from their perspective, how you made them feel. And I know I've hurt a lot of people in my life, and I'm not innocent. I've been mean and cruel. I have not been a good person, but God has changed my heart, and I'm learning. I've greatly improved, let's say, as far as you couldn't tell me nothing when I was younger. I knew everything, and it was my way or the highway, and I was on the highway to hell, for real. But God took the heart of stone out of me and has put a heart of flesh in me. He has healed me physically. He has healed me mentally. He has healed me spiritually. I no longer suffer with depression. I suffered with depression most of my life. God is good. And if you suffer with depression and these sort of things, pray for it. Pray for it and pray for it and pray for it, and believe that it's going to happen. It may take 12 years. It may take 15 years. But He will do it. He is the healer. He loves you. And I think we all need that. We all need grace mercy, love, and forgiveness. And these days, just people seem like, you know, there's no mercy, right? No mercy. And if you go to church, if you're a church goer and you're going to church, but you're treating people like crap Saturday or the other 6 days out of the week or 5 days out of the week, and you're going to church to pray to God, well, good luck with that, because that's not how it works. God calls us to be humble. Humble yourself and before the Lord. Deny yourself and pick up your cross daily. God is a humble God. That is why he is a just God. And multiple times over and over and over through the scriptures talk about being humble, because your ego is what kills you. Your ego is the devil. Your ego is the sin nature, right? It is. And you have to kill that ego. It's the death of the ego in order to ascend. And my ego's been dead. I mean, if you have 2 daughters and a crazy ex-wife, trust me, you won't have much of an ego left after a divorce. 2013 car, what's up? Thank you for joining in, Ricardo. 1980. Oh, you almost a Gen Xer. Gen X in the house, right here. I am Gen X. I did get upset last week about something, okay? Listen to this. I got upset over a comment a podcaster made. He made this comment that said, Gen X have basically melded into boomers. That kind of offended me. I'm like, no, where do you get this dude? He's a millennial. I mean, you soy boy, you don't even know what you're talking about. We are nothing like, Gen X is nothing like boomers. There's nothing like boomers. Boomers are all original. They broke the mold with boomers. Gen X, the same type of thing. We are all original. I mean, we may have some boomer traits, but we're nothing like boomers. But we are the forgotten generation. I believe that. We're the forgotten generation. Like boomers, who's Gen X? And millennials. And we're just here. Forgotten. We're the forgotten peoples. Really, we should be the ones ruling the world right now. But really, it's not going to be us. It's going to be millennials. It was boomers ruling the world. We get skipped. And millennials are going to be ruling. My generation isn't even going to have control of the country after a few years here. It's going to be millennials running the country, and God help us, because look how bad the boomers have been doing all these years. No one's innocent here. I'm going off on another side track here, a side trail, but talk about politics, I'm not left, right, or any of this. I used to be, if you want to say, I am kind of right wing. I'm conservative, but I wouldn't consider myself to be a Republican or a Democrat. Left, right, it's the same wing. It's 2 different wings of the same bird. Belongs to the same bird. They're all playing golf together. They all go have breakfast together and rub elbows and have champagne together, having backroom deals together, having secret meetings in Bohemian Grove together, plotting the demise of our country, best I understand. I guess, according to Alex Jones now. The only man, I think, to infiltrate Bohemian Grove. And look what they did to him. They tanked him. That was a government hit job on him. They got him legally, and now he's underground with his channel. You don't see no more Alex Jones anywhere. I mean, he's on like some internet channel. He's not on YouTube. They banned him off of YouTube. if they can scrub somebody like that, they'll scrub anybody. If you're too big of a fish in the pond, they're gonna take you out of the pond. You know, it's a dog eat dog world. It's just the way it is. It's the way it's always has been. But something is different with people, and I think I absolutely am. I'm starting to absolutely believe that it is the internet, our technology, our cell phones, our instant communication, texting. Right? What happens when you text someone? You lose the verbal communication. Someone could take your text out of context and take it a whole different way other than what you were meaning it to be. Things like that. And it's desensitizing us. It's desensitizing us to all sorts of things. You name it. And it's dulling us as people. It's making us less kind as people. It's making us withdraw from communicating with each other. Why would you want to communicate with anyone if you have a cell phone in your hand and you can talk to anybody in the world? Or you have instant gratification and dopamine hits right at your fingertips. It's like the gerbil pressing the button to get food and the scientific little experiment they got going on, and see how many times he's going to get shocked, but he's going to push that button anyway. Okay, that's maybe a little bit going too far, but I'm just saying. Life shouldn't be so difficult. We overcomplicate things in life, and things shouldn't be as complicated. Things are actually simple. But we as people have made them overly complicated. And not only that, we have turned society into a modern concrete jungle, a concrete zoo. Okay, that's what we have turned everyday life into, a concrete zoo. It's a prison with no bars. We are wage slaves. We are slave to the dollar. We are slave to making that money. That's what everybody else does. That's just the way it is. That's just how it is. That's what everyone has accepted as normality. How do you like the new normal? Right? It's not going back to the way it was. There's going to be a level playing field here. It's going to be poor people and extremely rich people. There's no more middle class. They've destroyed the middle class. You can't be middle class with rent and mortgages being where they are. The only thing you can do at this point is get a bunch of like-minded people together and form a colony. And I mean, it sounds crazy, right? But it's possible. If you had like-minded individuals with each person having their own unique set of skills, really one person can survive on their own. And there is places in America. America is a lot. Okay, I've traveled from all the way across this country twice. I'm going to tell you, this country is a lot bigger than it is on a map, people. A lot bigger. And I'm telling you, there's places out there there has never seen a human footprint. There's places out there still hasn't been discovered yet. What I'm getting to is that if a colony of people, 10, I guess you'd say a small colony of 10, 20, a small 30, everybody get together and get their wagons together and their ponies and load up their gear and food, you all could head to a certain secret location, and if you did it right, you would never be found. What about helicopters? What about airplanes? Like I said, if you did it right, you would never be found. Even by airplanes and whatever. And plus, who's really looking for you? I mean, are you wanted by the police? If you're not wanted by the police, nobody's looking for you anyway. And it's way out in the middle of nowhere. There's no incentive. You're not a big fish. The government's only after big fish. They're not after someone little like me, like the little guy here. Yeah, I want to be a hermit in the woods. I think that sounds very enticing at this point in my life. At 48 years old, Dick Proenneke. I don't know if anyone out there has heard of Dick Proenneke, but he has become one of my heroes. Dick Proenneke, he was 55. He was 55 years old. He got injured on the job he got an eye injury. And this eye injury, he got a little bit of money, or he had been saving money, and he ended up going up to Alaska with a pack on his back and the things that he needs, some simple tools. And he went up there and he built his own cabin, built his own life for him for free, and lived free. Now they made it a national monument or something in Alaska. Old Dick Proenneke's cabin, it still sits there today. That appeals to me. The man was like feeding birds, wild birds, out of his hand, you know, talking to squirrels and whatever. Hey, why not? Sounds way better. I'd rather be out fishing all day, catching my food for the day, than stressing out if I have enough money for food for the week. You know what I mean? If I didn't catch any fish, that's on me. Hey, I'm going to lose a few extra pounds that day, I guess. Which, you know, I need to lose a few extra pounds. Anyway, I'm going to end up closing this video off. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to my crazy talk here.